YouTube, what is up? Gonna make a hopefully quick little video here just because I want to talk about one thing and one thing only, and that is that I am selling a bunch of Nerf blasters. Modified, and I have some stock if you want to buy them stock, or I'm probably going to be modifying them soon, or I'll do custom stuff if you want to do a contract. So what I'm going to do in this video is just go over the couple that I have currently ready to ship out tomorrow if someone wanted it that fast, and just show them, talk about what I've done to them, and do a quick firing test just to show that they work. So we'll just get right into that, try to keep it nice and quick. The ones I currently have available for sale, you know, once again ready to go out the door tomorrow, are I have currently ready, I have 3 Nite Finders, 1, 2, 3, and I have a 4th currently stock that I can do anything custom to. All 3 of these are identical. This one I have not minimized, removed the laser, but if someone wants me to do that, I'll take the 30 seconds to cut it off, you know, no extra charge. The other 2 have both been minimized the same way. Internally, they're all identical. They've all had a K26 spring cut down, put in there, an extra O-ring, electrical tape or Teflon tape under the O-ring. I think one has electrical tape, one has Teflon tape, or 2 have Teflon tape or something. But they've all got either an extra O-ring, something under the O-ring, or extra O-ring and something under the O-ring. So they've all got really good seals. They all vacuum load. Tons of lubrication. The catch has been beefed up to take the K26. Little tiny bits of reinforcement on the plunger rod, mostly just because I had some extra epoxy putty, so I just stuck it in there. I minimized them, and I did put one of the ammo holders that was on the laser assembly in there, so you kind of have an ammo holder. It works, it's not perfect, but whatever. And a 1/2-inch CPVC coupler for whatever type of CPVC barrel you want to use. This one I just have a single barrel on, just for ease of firing test. These 2 have a double barrel. All 3 of these would come with a double barrel speed loader like this. If you wanted something different, like a 3, 4, 5 whatever barrel turret, just let me know and I'll do that. There would be a small extra fee for that, but mostly just for the materials. So now I will do a quick firing test with, I'm only going to fire one of these because they're internally identical. So I'm just going to set you down for just a sec. As I load up, I'm just going to fire a standard 1/2-inch foam, 1.5-inch long, single copper BB weighted Stefan. I'm just going to, you know, I'm filming this on my iPhone, so sorry about the video quality. But to load the speed loaders, you would just stick it in this end that's not attached, and then when you're ready to fire that barrel, you would just flip it over and put it in there, and then you would reload this one. For a single barrel, I have tape on this end, so you can't put that end into the coupler. If you wanted to be able to like load it, flip it, you could just take the tape off. So to load a single barrel, I'm just going to stick it in this end. So I'll try to do that on camera, but I don't think I can, so I'm just going to set it down and load it. So you just stick it in right there. These Stefans are made of the McMaster 1/2-inch foam backer rod. It just basically pushes straight into 1/2-inch CPVC as well as 17/32 brass. So then these do vacuum load, so I have to prime it before I put the barrel on, pull it back, and then just stick the barrel into the coupler here, brace that against my leg so I can get it in. It doesn't have to be like super tight, just get it in there so it's snug. And then I'm just going to shoot that cardboard box there. It's about, I don't know, 15 feet away, but this isn't a range test, it's just a firing test to show that it works. I think I might have missed. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, you can see it works. These Nite Finders all get, I'd say at least 50 feet. I range tested them a while ago when I first built them, but it was a while ago, so I don't remember. I knew they got at least 50 feet. They might have hit like 60, 65. If anyone wants to see a range test video, just send me a message and I will film one for any blaster I talk about if you want to see stuff like that, but I will give you an average range as we're talking here. So that's the Nite Finders. Once again, all 3 of those work the same. They're all the same modifications internally. Next up, I have a Maverick. Modifications done to this are a spring replacement. I don't remember what spring it was. It's either the spring from a Jolt, a Longshot front gun, or a cut down Nite Finders spring. I just kind of had a box of spare springs that I'd taken out of other things. Whatever it was, I do know it was stiffer than the stock Maverick spring, so it is an upgrade. I didn't do much to the actual air seal of this because the Maverick has a pretty good plunger seal to begin with, but I did put plenty of silicone grease on there. I did the Russian roulette mod so that the barrel turret comes out all the way so you can load 4 barrels in C5, snap it in there, and I put a couple pennies behind the spring. So I have loaded up in here, I think I've got, sorry about the camera shake, I've got 3 Elite darts. This will take any stock dart. It will take Steffens, but it doesn't work too well with Steffens because it has stock barrels. If someone wanted a barrel replacement so that it could fire Steffens or slugs or any sort of homemade dart, just let me know and there would just be a small fee for the materials to do that. But right now it takes any stock dart. It does Elites best, I think, but anything will work, streamlines, taggers, whatever. So this is going to be hard to shoot with one hand. I'm just going to try, I've got it like down between my legs trying to prime it here. There we go. And then I'm just going to shoot that same box. And I'll fire 2. Alright, so that's the Maverick. I don't think I ever actually did range test this formally, like next to a tape measure, but just shooting it in the workshop to test it out. I think it got 40, maybe 45 feet with Elites. I didn't really fire it much with anything else, enough to see range, but it's a pretty good improvement over stock, and it is a Maverick, so it's not exactly something you'd want to be using long range anyway. So coming up next, we have 2 long shots. This one has been singled. This one has an Angel Breech. We'll go over the singled one first. It is a 1/2-inch CPVC barrel. The rear of the singling breech is actually 1/2-inch copper, which will sort of function as an inline magazine by which you can load, I think it'll take like 3 darts back into this part and then just tip it forward to pull one in. It works, it doesn't work great. Personally, I just use it singled. The spring, I have a K26 spring nested underneath the stock Longshot spring. So it has the K26 and the stock spring. Massively beefed up catch to compensate for all that. PVC in the stock so that you can prime it against your shoulders. The front gun has been integrated to a ring trigger. I didn't do much to the front gun. I removed the air restrictor. I don't think I replaced the spring on this one and put some lube on the seal. Same thing back in here in the main Longshot. Teflon tape under the O-ring and silicone grease on that. So I'll go ahead and fire a shot with this. I am going to need to set the camera down to load this one up, but basically to load it, you just pull this back, and then if you can see the barrel right in there, you would just feed a dart into there and then close it. So I'm going to set the camera down, load a dart in, and we'll fire this. Hopefully you just heard it click when the catch engaged. Just feed a dart in there, close the breech, I guess, up, and it should just look like that again. And I'm just going to shoot the same box over there. And yeah, just to show you the power, tore right through that piece of paper, tore right through the box, and there's a dent in the other side of the box. It didn't come clean through and through, but you can sort of, at least I can see the foam sticking out of there. So at 15 feet goes almost through and through a cardboard box. So pretty powerful. The range on this one was at least 80 feet. I think on a couple really good shots I got into the mid-90s. If you angled this even slightly, you could probably easily get into triple digits. But I range test flat, so I don't shoot them angled when I'm range testing. But if you were, using it in a Nerf war and you needed to get someone far away, you could just slightly loft it and get easily into the triple digits. So that's the singled Longshot. Next up is the Angel Breech Longshot. I'm just going to take the scope off because it doesn't really work. I do have a scope if anyone wants it, either with the blaster or wants to buy it separately, whatever. But it's a standard Nerf scope. It's basically a toy. Anyway, Angel Breech Longshot has obviously the Angel Breech. It is a 17/32 brass barrel. So the McMaster foam fits in that. If you know that your foam fits 17/32, then that's great too. But the barrel is 17/32. This one has, I believe, a K18 spring, which is slightly weaker than the K26, but it's still nice and stiff. So it's not a horrible pullback to prime it. Catch upgraded again. PVC in the stock. Teflon tape on the O-ring. Silicone grease on the O-ring. Same front gun integration with the ring trigger. I believe this front gun actually does have a very, very, very slightly upgraded spring. Just enough to get like 5 feet maybe extra out of it, and air restrictors removed and seal lubricated. So I'll go ahead and fire a shot or two with this one, and I'll fire the front gun on this one as well, just to show that. It does take... Here, I'm going to set this down to get the mag out. It is magazine fed, but if you're using Steffens or any sort of like homemade dart, which is the only thing this breech can take, it doesn't open far enough back to take a full-length stock dart. But because of that, you do need to have that clip mod to kind of shorten up the clip. So basically I just have a couple pieces of, it's actually a wire coat hanger on either side of the mag wall, and that just keeps the darts from sliding too far back in the mag. And this blaster would come with at least 2. If I have some extras, we can talk about extra mags or whatever if anyone wants to make an offer for that. But it would come with at least 2 clips modified like this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to load like 2 darts into there. I do need to set the camera down to do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just quickly loaded 2 Steffens darts into the magazine, and you can see they're a little bit shorter than where that sort of fake back wall is, but they don't have to be right up against it. In fact, if they were, it might kind of screw up the function of the mag. So there's just a little bit of breathing room, and that also means you could put a slightly larger dart in here too, as long as it's not touching that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the blaster, chamber around, and we'll fire. I'm going to set the camera down one more time just to do that, and we'll give it a shot or two. So, magazine in, chamber around. It functions pretty much just like a stock Longshot. You just pull the handle back and forward to chamber around. Only thing is, unlike a stock Longshot where you load the mag with the breech open, on this one you want to put the mags in and out with the breech closed. So I'm going to fire at that same box here, and this one's pretty powerful too. Not as powerful as the single one, but it did punch a good hole into the first wall of the box, and you can see the dart sticking out there. So this one gets the singled Longshot pretty much always hits at least 80. This one can hit 80. Normally it gets anywhere from 60 on the low end to 70, 75 kind of in the average. If you angled it just a little bit, you could probably hit 90. So those are all the ones I currently have modified and ready to ship out. You've probably seen throughout the video that I do have a bunch of others. I do have another Nite Finder, another Maverick, a Dart Tag 10, a Dart Tag Quick 16, a Raider, and over in my sort of really messy work area, I'm in the process of building another Angel Breech Longshot, and that is a currently stock Recon. So if anyone wants anything, oh, and I have another stock Longshot, the blue one. And so if anyone wants anything like custom done with any of these, I am willing to do contracts for anything I have. I have a really busy summer right now with work and stuff, so I just kind of want to get what I have done and out the door, so I'm probably not going to accept any contracts that would require me to go get a new blaster or like wait for you to ship one to me. So just what I have, but if you want anything custom done with Longshot, Raider, Dart Tag, Recon, other Dart Tag, Maverick, Nite Finder, whatever, go ahead and send me a message and we can talk about that. If I don't get any sort of contracts for those, I'm just going to modify them pretty much, I don't know, like normal, just kind of standard stuff, and they'll be up for sale as well. Right now, all of the ones that I'm ready to sell, I think I have one Nite Finder on eBay, which I'll link to, but nothing else is listed yet. I just wanted to put it out on YouTube ahead of time, just in case anyone was interested, and they could send me an offer directly through the YouTube message. So if you're interested in one of these, just go ahead and send me a message. You'll notice I haven't really mentioned any pricing for anything, so because I kind of want you to make an offer. Be reasonable, and you know, we can negotiate or whatever, but I'm not really asking anything for these at the time, for the time being. If I don't get any sort of interest in any of these in the next week or so, they'll probably slowly be going up on eBay. I'll put annotations somewhere around here if and when they do go up on eBay, just letting you know. There'll probably be a link in the description. But for now, if you're interested, go ahead and send me a message, either if you want to buy one of the ones I have ready to go, or if you're interested in having me do something custom. If you do want to see range tests or any sort of more detailed videos specifically about one of these blasters, I'm happy to do that. Go ahead and send me a message, and I'll get that out as soon as I can. And any of the ones that I do have ready to go, they're pretty much done, like modification wise, but if there's something like small different that you want, like a different barrel system or an extra magazine, something like that, I'm happy to do little things like that. There would be extra fees, mostly for materials and just a little bit for a labor fee, but I'm happy to make small changes like that if there's anything I can do to get you a great blaster. And you'll see I do have a bunch of extra mags here. Some of these I do have to hang on to because I'll be, selling the other Longshot, a Recon. The Raider drum will go with the Raider unless someone wants to offer something really high for that. But I'll probably have extra magazines. I was planning on selling all the magazine-fed blasters with 2, maybe 3 magazines included. But if someone wants to offer me, a much higher price to get 4 or 5 whatever mags, I'll think about doing that. So, go ahead and send me a message if you're interested at all. Please don't comment with offers, because I probably won't. I'm not going to negotiate in the comments. Go ahead and send me a message. If you have a quick question about something, yeah, sure, comment. I'm happy to respond to those. But any sort of purchase, negotiation, offer, whatever, I want to have in the private message system, not on the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry this turned out to be almost a 20-minute video. I'll probably go back and put annotations towards the beginning so that you can skip to specific blasters that you're interested in. I probably should have mentioned that at the beginning, but you'll see them. You'll have seen them at this point. So yeah, thanks for watching, and check back later.